Yeah, my people, King Joe is back again. Today, we want to discuss something very, very important. How can affection make relationships stronger? I have a guest here. I would like her to really break it down, to throw more light on it so that everybody will get to know about it more. So, here with me is
ugochi.
All right, Miss Ugochi. I know you know much about affection. I know how many relationships have been having some issues because of lack of affection or thereabout. So how can affection make our relationships stronger?
All right, thank you, Mr. Joe, once again for that question. The question you asked is, how can affection make our relationships stronger? Okay, first of all, I believe that we all are acquainted with the word affection, but be that as it may, I would love to still throw more light on what affection is. Affection is simply the feeling of love or strong attachment towards a person. The person can be your friend, your brother, your sister, your spouse, or your husband. In fact, your spouse, that can be for married people, that can be your husband or your wife. Or for those of us in a relationship, it could be our boyfriends or our girlfriends. Alright, so how can affection make the relationship stronger? You all know that when there is no affection in a relationship, it's more like adding salt into an injury. It's not like adding more water, pouring more water, watering a leaf. So when there is no affection in a relationship, it's more like the relationship is dead. You cannot just wake up every morning, call a person and tell the person, I love you, I care about you. No, love is not something you just proclaim. Love is shown. Care is shown, affection is being shown. It is through the way you show it, not the way you say it. You cannot keep telling me every day, I love you, I love you, I love you, but the things you do, the way you behave, your attitude shows the direct opposite of I love you. How can you say, when you just tell yourself you love me, but then when you see something that would hurt me as a person, you would not even inform me. That is not, it's not love, it's not care, it's not affection. So there needs to be the presence of affection in the relationship to make the relationship stronger.
Are you trying to say that many homes that are breaking up today is because of lack of affection?
Well, that and many more is the reason why most marriages are being broken up today. You can lack of affection, lack of communication, lack of trust. And all these things starts from affection, because affection is showing love or strong feeling towards somebody. When as a husband or a wife, that affection, that care that you show to your husband or wife, you stop, like there is a line drawn there, you're no longer showing it. And the wife starts thinking, something is wrong somewhere. Something like he or she is being convinced that something is definitely wrong, but then not being able to tell you because he or she doesn't know you, the way you will take it or the way you will react. And like at that moment, and the person is like, that is where lack of communication comes in. And that time the person will now start building image. For those of us who are overthinkers, will now start building images on our own, like start telling ourselves, this is what this man is doing at this time. And at the man's own time, the man doesn't know whether maybe he's having a rough time or the wife is having a rough time in office, and he's not communicating to the wife. Look at the reason why it's like this, but there needs to be communication in every relationship. And when the man is not communicating, the lady is already, he or she, or the male or the female spouse is already building up something in their mind, and they're already thinking, my husband, my wife is cheating on me, or he or she now has a relationship out there, he has a family, he has a wife, he has a girlfriend out there, doesn't care about me no more. But then the spouse is going through a rough time. So at that time, like the affection has already dropped.
So who's supposed to bring down to fit in, to relate, or to discuss with this man or this woman what's really going on?
Growing up, I got to realize that in a relationship, one person would have to bend or suffer for the relationship to work. So it doesn't necessarily need to be the man or the woman. Anybody can bend, so long as you want the relationship to work. If you're the one noticing it that something is wrong somewhere, you speak up. That person is your spouse. You speak up and tell the person. If it's babe, you're fond of calling him, you're addressing like babe, you'll be like, oh babe, what's the matter? Of recent, you're no longer, the way you call me, the way you text is reducing. Like, what's going on? What's the problem? Then when you talk to him back then, you're going to be very careful of how you present the matter. Maybe you can be after a good night's meal. Like, when you know he's well rested and he's in the mood where he can talk to you and tell you things, that's when you can now bring up the topic. You don't just see a man, maybe she's fuming at that moment, or maybe she's tense at that moment, and you're walking up to her and trying to bring in your own thing, like, look at what is going on. No, you are going to wait, like, look for the perfect timing, then, and bring up the issue. That time, the person will freely talk about it. And if the person maybe has already overstepped the boundary, the person will be, I've overdone what I'm doing, and it's really affecting this person. If the person is cultured, the person would like to draw back.
So how can we fix it? Make so that other people that are not seeing this kind of stuff in their heart, that they don't want to open up, they don't want to disclose it to their spouse. How can we fix it? Make things work out so that they will have that kind of free mind to meet with their spouse, to let them know how they are feeling at the moment, or what is happening, or to try to know that the atmosphere is no longer conducive because of the reaction she's seeing or the mood she's seeing on the face of the man or what have you.
I'll start everything started from when you were dating. When you're dating a person, it will give you time. In fact, dating a person would give you time to know when the person is in a mood to talk. It's not when maybe you've jumped into marriage, you don't know much about that person, and you're telling yourself maybe this is the right time to talk. Or maybe when you've dated the person and you've caught the person before, courtship demands you took a little time to get to understand and know yourselves better. And when you've known this person better, I know that this is the love of my life. This is somebody I can't joke with. I've already known his.
For those people that have already
they
have get into this stuff already, being married together already, and they are experiencing this kind of stuff. So how can they fix it? If they are experiencing this kind of stuff, how can they fix it?
First of all, they say God controls the affairs of men. First of all, go to God in prayers and tell him about, look at what you're experiencing in your marriage. You cannot do this of your own. You cannot do it but on your own, you cannot just do anything about it. So when you talk to God in prayers, asking for guidance, ask the Holy Spirit to take charge and control. Then next thing, as a man or as a husband or wife, as the woman, they say the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So you, first of all, prepare that meal that he loves and he enjoys so much. Then prepare it, give it to him now. Check out that time that that after eating it, he'll be ready to talk. Maybe before bedtime. Then you'll be like, babe, I have something I want to talk to you about. Don't bring it up as something to be an argument. No, just let it be like you're telling him something, not that you're arguing about it.
Let him know that as if you care. You want to know how he's feeling.
Let it not be like you're just pouring it out and telling to him back to back. So men at that point in time, they will tend not to understand. So it's more like you're telling him, you're like, babe, what's wrong? What's the matter? I hope you're okay. It's not even, the thing is affecting you quite alright. But then try to shift it to be like he's having a problem, it's affecting him more than it's affecting you. No, it's affecting you, but then just try to be very caring about it, very, very have that affection about it. You're talking to him, what's the problem? I hope you're okay. These days, you seem not to be yourself of late. What's the problem? Are you having difficulties in the office? Is anybody making your life hard? At that point, he's thinking to himself, my wife, this one, she's having these thoughts. He will not start checking. At that time, the man should be like, babe, is anything the problem? This one you're asking this kind of question. And that's when you can now chip in. The way we talk is no longer how we talk. And you're just going to be just try to be on the edge and just pet him and talk to him and not just come and be like, hey, Papa Nkechi. Give me 1 week, you teach Shako me na motor.
What's the case the more?
Before na bata by 6 o'clock, when na bata by 9 o'clock. If I did a slap or wedding hair cherry, I'm stuff like that. If you only pour more salt on the injury, it's not going to help ease the tension.
So overreaction negatively does not solve the problem.
It doesn't solve the problem.
Okay, that is good. Thank you, Ms. Ugochi. I like the way you really emphasize on this and throw more light. The way you break it down I believe people have really learned a lot from this. And thank you very much for impacting to lives. A lot of people are passing through a lot, and this is one of the ways we want to show them that is not the way to live. The way to live is to be that woman that will make things, that will fix things, not to destroy things.
Yeah.
So behold, I'm your humble brother, King Joe. Next week we'll continue on this topic. I believe you'll like this program. So I'd like you to follow me on Facebook, share this program so that this thing will go viral, because the way homes are destroying these days, I hate it so much. It pains me a lot, because they are lacking a lot of things. They don't know. I don't know if they are not mature though, but I believe they are not mature. So I would like you to share this so that they will learn how to fix their homes. So thank you very much, and God bless you.